I suck at marketing. And I kind of laughed a little bit because the reality is that I was watching the AFC Championship game the other day and I saw that the Chiefs quarterback, Pat Mahomes, just had an unbelievable performance, won the game, got his team into the Super Bowl. But what made it such a even more spectacular performance is that he was playing on a high ankle sprain. Now, just to kind of give you some context, we're not going to get bogged down by too many of the details here, but if you're not familiar with that particular injury, that typically it is a 4 to 8 week recovery time. Like, it's almost unheard of anyone to play a game with that injury. Pat Mahomes went out and played in a game on 8 days recovery time on that injury. Now, I don't know about you, but like if I stubbed my toe, I don't know if I could walk for like a day or whatever. And so for him to go out and have that type of performance was crazy. But the story just kept getting crazier because before the game, they offered him one of the shots to numb it up, and he refused the shot. And what he said was that today is going to be all about pain tolerance and mental toughness. Here was one of like the most wild things about the whole game, right, in the situation, was that it came down to one pivotal play in the fourth quarter in which he had to run the ball to put his team in a position to win the game on that bum ankle. And like now they have all of these gadgets and stuff like that where they can track the speed that the players are running. And they said that the speed that he ran on that play at the end of the game, 8 days removed from a serious injury, was the highest speed that he had run all season. You don't need to know football to understand that on a bad ankle, he ran the fastest that he had run all season at the end of a game that he'd already played like 2 hours on that bad ankle. Okay, so what does any of that have to do with what we talk about on this channel? Marketing, sales funnels, copywriting, email, list building, whatever, all that stuff, right? What really got me thinking about this was I was speaking with a client the other day and we have a very open and candid conversation. And the client said, you know, I suck at marketing. And I kind of laughed a little bit because the reality is that nobody actually sucks at marketing. The only difference between people that are trying to make it and trying to get put on versus all of these mega gurus out here is that the mega gurus literally just kept spending and kept spending and kept spending, or investing in content and making more content, making more content, making more content to stay in the game long enough to actually find something that worked. Whereas typically the person that's trying to get put on is quitting a lot of times because they have a low pain tolerance. So you gotta be willing to quote unquote lose money with your marketing. Now, personally, I never consider it losing money because you're always gonna learn something, and what you learn in that data that you do collect is valuable. Some people could say invaluable, but that's a conversation for another day. But do you have the pain tolerance to continue to spend money on something and go through that pain, even though, or time we could say as well, right? Even though you haven't gotten that immediate result yet. And then do you have the mental toughness to keep testing and keep testing and keep trying new things despite the previous failures that you have experienced? So are you going to run 5 ads or post 5 pieces of content, not get the result you want, and then say, well, you know what, I knew it. Facebook isn't for me, YouTube isn't for me, running ads isn't for me, Google Click isn't for me, blogging is for me? Or are you going to do those things, and if you don't get the result, show up and then do another 5 and another 5 and another 5? So that is the secret that Pat Mahomes shared in his epic performance: having a high pain tolerance and having a mental fortress. And so you got to have the same thing. And that's it for today. So until the next time, it's your boy Hus. Peace.